Hey class, welcome to week 3, and we will get started right into the content for week 3. Make sure that you have finished all of week 2's assignments. Hey class, welcome to week 3. Hope that you were able to get through unit 1 and your test turned in on time. And make sure that you're checking your email, checking in with Moodle, and make sure that all of your assignments get finished for each week. I don't have any way of knowing what anyone has finished or not finished until I go to sync grades after the due date. So I did send an email regarding being concerned about the number of people that had not started this week's assignments. And so please do not wait until the last day to do your assignments, because it may take you longer than you actually have. Make sure that you set aside specialized time each week, and that should be at least 2 to 3 hours, because this is a 3-hour course, and that would be the time that you would be spending in a face-to-face class if we were on campus. So that is what's expected, and so make sure that you are doing that. I'm going to walk you through some of the assignments and talk in depth about your Prezi account and information that you need to start gathering for this week. Your Prezi timeline is worth 30% of your total grade, and that is a third of your grade, so it's really important that you get started right. And your first submission on Prezi will be due October 1st, in just a couple weeks, actually in week 5. And so you have a full 3 weeks from today to be able to get that done. So at first you need to understand what you're supposed to do. So make sure you watch all of this video so that you know how to get started and how to begin this project, and make sure that you don't have a lot of extra questions that will be answered for you in the information that I've provided. So I've simplified your assignment list. There's no long a to-do list. This is just the way it's going to be put in every week. I will list all of your assignments, so make sure that you complete them all. And if you still have questions about how to navigate through McGraw-Hill LearnSmart or your Connect assignments, please contact me individually. These are due by the 17th, so make sure that you do them. And make sure that you are always following this link to access Connect, because if you don't sign in through the Moodle website, it's difficult for me to sync your assignments into Moodle Gradebook. So make sure that you finish all of those, and then I would really love that you would go and watch these links that I've provided here. There is a series of 22 short videos. Some of them you may not need to watch, but I didn't want to give you the names of the ones you didn't need to watch. You kind of figure out what you're going to put in your timeline, and that's going to be based a lot upon what you read in your timeline guide. And so let me just go to this link first, and I'll show you what this looks like. This will only make sense if you already have a timeline, a Prezi account. So this goes straight into YouTube. This first video is 1.5 minutes, so it talks you through how to get started. Then once you get done with that one, you can just let them keep playing. And so it kind of tells you how to get started there, and just please watch all that. And then when you get to the end of it, then it's going to forward you to it should actually, what you need to do here is go to play all.
With Prezi Next, you can quickly create a unique and engaging.
I don't know why it's not showing them all, but make sure that you play all, and then you can play the next one. And this is
the Prezi Next desktop app. You'll be able to create, present.
This is how to download and install the Prezi Next app. So you may want to do that. And then this one's going to be how to choose a template. It's 1 minute and 23 seconds. So this is going to answer a whole lot of questions. How to choose a template, and how to add an image, how to crop an image, how to add a video. And this is the most up-to-date version. So make sure that you've followed my instructions for how to get your account set up. You should not be paying for anything. So take that link that I gave you here, this one here, and try to find the list where you can say play all of them, and they'll just take you one right after the other, and that should help you to understand, how to get started. Now, in your Prezi Timeline Guide, oh, I didn't mean to download that again. I'm going to show you Timeline Guide. There I am. Okay, in your Timeline Guide, it's going to walk you through exactly what's expected. This is for every slide that you're going to put, every bubble, every bit of information is going to be in this piece of paper. I would recommend that you download this, print it, have a copy of it handy so that you know exactly what to do at all times. This will be your go-to guide for what is involved. If one of your slides is missing, your grade will reflect that, and this is basically your rubric. If not all the criteria are there, then your points will be deducted. So please make this a priority. This is a major part of your grade, and this is not optional unless you plan to fail. And I don't know why anyone would want to do that. So make sure that you read all of this. This tells you a little bit about the criteria and what's going to happen. And then I have a list here of what you should include, and it tells a little bit about that, about what each one is including. In the Middle Ages, you only have 4 slides, and so it's really just basically 1 through 4. You're going to introduce the period and list the dates for the Middle Ages. Then in the next bubble or slide or screen, you're going to write a 3-sentence or more overview of the period, listing major musical events that took place in that time period. Please do not go to an outside source to find this information. This information is in your book, and I need to see the same information in your Prezi timeline that you've read about and learned about in your McGraw-Hill textbook. I will say that again. Please do not go outside of your book to find this information. So this information needs to reflect the same information that you find in your textbook. It's already laid out for you, and you just need to gather the information and put it in a slide and create your timeline. And so your dates should correspond with what the McGraw-Hill book says. Your composers should correspond with the ones that are in your book. And so please do not go looking for some obscure composer or some obscure title of some song. It's all laid out there for you, okay? And then on this 3rd slide, you need to include the vocabulary for this time period. You can find a detailed list of vocabulary words at the end of each chapter, so use that to get started with. And then you must include the different types of musical genres for that time period. And then you must also include a YouTube link recording. Therefore, on YouTube, you need to watch the video on how to attach a YouTube video. I know it's kind of redundant. So make sure that that's there. So that all of 4 of those slides are going to be due on October 1st. On October 1st, you're also going to be responsible for the Renaissance period slides. This information needs to come from your textbook. Okay? From what you learn in LearnSmart, from what you listen to in Connect, from the things that you read about. Okay? So I'm going to shut that. It's going to have everything that you're going to need for the rest of this project. Your next one will be due in week 9, the 11th of November. And that will include the Baroque period and the Classical period. And then your final Prezi will include these last 2 units, and it will be due December 10th. So you roughly have a month for each of your Prezi submissions to get them finished. Sorry, I don't mean to be saying And then here, I don't think that this actual document is going, well, there it might, right there. That can take you to another video if you still have questions. And you only have to create one Prezi timeline. You're going to create the one with Middle Ages and Renaissance, and then you're going to keep adding to it. You're going to keep editing. And so you need to understand how to add and edit the Prezi timeline that you create. This is not starting over every time. This is not creating a new assignment. This is continuing the assignment that you're going to start next week after you've done your Middle Ages section. All right, when your assignment is due, you need to click, each time that your assignment is due, you need to click the Share tab. Then it'll come up with a link. You need to copy and paste that link, not the URL link, but that link, and you need to submit that in Moodle, and I will create an assignment for Prezi submission number 1, and that's where you will put the one on October 1st. I'll talk more about that in the next couple of weeks. And make sure that you share it and copy the link so that I can get in and see your work. Okay? Also, the timeline must include your name, the title of this course and semester, the date. I'll give you an example here. Here are the dates that the final Prezi must be due. Is due, and just some other notes about that. I'm also going to include a completed music appreciation timeline. I will probably send that to you in an email, or I'll try to figure out how to add that on here. You can watch it to just see what a finished one looks like and what I'm expecting yours to look like. You may not copy any part of that. So if I see the duplication of the information from the one that I'm going to give you an example of, it will not be counted as credit to you. All right, and so here is your timeline link as well. So I hope this helps, and this will get you to the Prezi website to where you can sign in. Let me just show you. I'm sorry, that should come up in a new window, but it doesn't. I'll get that fixed. So I'm going to log in. You're going to push Get Started. Actually, I'll go back. Get Started. So just to make sure that you choose the right thing. A basic membership. You're going to continue here, and you're going to create an account. And then tell it to create your account, and then I'm going to go ahead and log in, and it should take you to a page that looks like this one. And you will create a presentation from a template, or you might be able to create one from scratch. And so I would recommend going ahead and looking at the templates, and then that way you don't have to do all the stuff and still make it look really nice. All right, y'all, I hope that you are able to, can't get myself to come back. Okay, I hope that this answers as many questions as it possibly can without me being face to face. Have a good week. Let me know if there's anything that I can help you with. And please try to get all your assignments turned in on time. Thanks.